Hello everyone and welcome to another Bitcoin crypto analysis video. Today we'll talk about QuarkChain. If you should invest in it or not, what is this project? Is it the next big ICO or is it going to be a bust? So having that said, let's get into it. So first of all, a quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice. I am not registered to provide financial advice. This video only reflects my personal opinion. You should always do your own due diligence before investing, and you should only invest what you're willing to lose, especially with cryptocurrencies because they're so volatile. QuarkChain, a high-capacity peer-to-peer transactional system. So what is QuarkChain? It is a blockchain platform. So they call themselves as blockchain 3.0, saying that Bitcoin was the first one and then Ethereum was introduced with smart contracts, and now they're bringing this idea of sharding, making it blockchain 3.0, just a new idea. It's not the first one. Ethereum is thinking about implementing sharding on its own platform to solve some of the scalability issues. But QuarkChain already has a sharding-based blockchain. Also, they're promising up to 100,000 transactions per second with their network, and if you look through their website, they have information that once the platform is working with a lot of dApps and transactions, it can be scalable up to millions of transactions per second. But this is a problem for the future, not now, because they still have to launch the main platform. They have a two-layered blockchain, and I'll explain what it is in the next slide. And they have two blockchains. So one is called root chain, and the other one is called the sharding layer. So if you're wondering why to have two and what is that each does, this is a picture from their own white paper explaining a little bit how it works. It can be a little bit confusing, so I'll simplify. So what they're saying is that you have all these transactions going through your platform, your blockchain, or through the QuarkChain platform. What they'll do here, as you can see in shards, the shards are like mini blockchains here, where each minor blockchain is a shard. So what they do, each shard gets a part of the transaction. So each shard takes care of a few transactions. And what this does, it allows for the blockchain to be scalable, a lot more scalable, because then you just have to add new shards. And then once all these transactions are processed, they get sent to the root chain. And here, all transactions are put in a block, and then it gets confirmed. So the root chain will only confirm the transactions processed by the sharding layer. So if you want to think of a real-life example to make this a little bit simpler, is like going to the gas station. If you go to the gas station, there's only one pump open and everyone wants to fill up their tank. There's going to be a long line of cars waiting to fill up their tank. So it will take, you can think of that of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a gas station with only one pump, and it's the only gas station in town, so to speak. So QuarkChain, what they'll do, there'll be a gas station with dozens and dozens of pumps. So what this is saying is that every time someone comes in with a transaction, or so to say your car, you can fill up your car because there's going to be an empty pump. And these are what the shards are, the pumps. They can always create new shards for more transactions being added. And that makes it for this scalable platform. So a little bit of token information. They're capping their token sale at $20 million. The symbol is QKC. And the price for the public sale is one Ethereum will be 31,533 QuarkChain tokens. Their total supply will be around, I think it'll be 10 billion tokens. So it's a very high supply, but that's why one Ethereum buys you a lot of QuarkChain. So what are the pros of these projects? They're promising a high transaction per set. They're promising a high transaction per second target. So the 100,000 transaction per second target, I'll put QuarkChain at the top with EOS and other platforms out there. That is, even if they don't deliver on the millions of transactions per second that theoretically the platform can do. So in theory, this platform is infinitely scalable. So the more transactions you have, you just create more shards, and then they're all processed in different shards, put together in a block for the root chain or in the root chain, and that will be then confirmed and put on the blockchain. That's the difference between this platform and Zilliqa. A lot of people are talking about Zilliqa because Zilliqa also has sharding methods for their platform, is that this one allows for cross-shard transactions. They also have a large following on Telegram, a little bit above 83,000 people, which is on the higher end of Telegram groups. And the team has experience working for tech giants like Facebook, Google, Instagram. This sharding idea and this two-layered blockchain idea, it's a creative idea to deal with scalability problems in the blockchain. And then cons, there's a lot of competitors in this market. So as you guys may know, this is not the only blockchain platform out there. Like I mentioned, there's Ethereum, Bitcoin, then there's Zilliqa, which is a similar one. Then we have Icon, OneChain, Dragon Chain, and so on. One big problem that I saw is that only 20% of tokens were being allocated to the private and public sale together. And of those 20% being sold, only 20% will be available for the public sale. A lot of people were worried because this might mean that the company is just trying to grab your money and then run away or whatever. I'm not saying that's it. I'm just saying this is all information I got from the internet. Just the sentiment from people that didn't like how the token allocation was being done. So there's another con that I didn't put here. It's not really a big con, but a big con. But when I was checking through the team's experience, here we go. If we scroll down, they have the team members here. And for example, this guy, they're saying that he has years of experience at Facebook. But if you go on his LinkedIn, he only worked there for 1 year. I mean, he still worked there and all, but it's a little bit misleading for people that don't go into it and do their research, which everyone should always do. And this, again, can be a little bit worrying because maybe they're just trying to sell this great idea but not really working on it. All evidence shows that they're delivering, they're doing a good job. Their testnet has about over 2,000 transactions per second right now, which I believe is down here. Here we go. So currently their testnet is doing about 2,200 transactions per second, which is really good. They have a roadmap. Again, I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm just saying some people might be worried that the way they're putting out this information can be misleading. And if I'm not mistaken, this guy also worked at Google. Yeah, here. 6 years of work experience at Facebook and Google. If you go on his LinkedIn page, he actually worked for 5 years at Google and 1 year at Facebook. So I think they put in a way that so they would make it seem like they both have a lot of experience with Facebook and Google, but I think both worked the same amount of time for Google and Facebook. And I think they worked together at Facebook because they left together to create this company. That's the idea I got from their LinkedIn page. Other than that, This is about it. Let me know if you're going to invest in this coin, what other pros or cons I didn't talk about that should be talked about, and what other coins you would like me to talk about next. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next video.